Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Monday, March 2nd, 2020. Today I'm going to recap yesterday's and the weekend's college basketball, NBA, and NHL games, and look ahead to tonight's slate. Go over the Auto Club 400 and the Honda Classic. Talk about last night's episode of American Idol at the end, and my best bets for the night. All right, we'll start in college basketball. We're going to go from Thursday to Sunday because we did not do a podcast on Friday. So all the scores from the sports are going to be from Thursday to Sunday. So without further ado, here we go. We'll start with Thursday. Charleston over Delaware, 80-71. Winthrop over SC Upstate, 90-82. Wisconsin over number 19, Michigan, 81-74. Radford over Hampton, 81-78. UNC Asheville over High Point, 80-76. Longwood over Presbyterian, 58-55. UNC Wilmington over Drexel, 76-65. Towson over Hofstra, 76-65. Iona over Canisius, 86-65. Niagara over St. Peter, 63-54. Purdue over Indiana, 57-49. Florida Gulf Coast over Jacksonville, 73-67. North Alabama over NJIT, 72-65. Liberty over Kennesaw State, 76-52. North Florida over Stetson, 85-72. IUPUI over Oakland, 71-68. Fairleigh Dickinson over Bryant, 74-72. Merrimack over Central Connecticut State, 69-58. LIU over Wagner, 74-66. St. Francis, Pennsylvania over Mount St. Mary, 75-62. Sacred Heart over St. Francis, Brooklyn, 73-63. Miami of Ohio over Central Michigan, 76-57. North Texas over FIU, 78-59. Florida Atlantic over UTSA, 80-71. Little Rock over UL Monroe, 79-63. Gardner-Webb over Charleston Southern, 83-74. Illinois over Northwestern, 74-66. Wichita State over Temple, 72-69. Northern Arizona over Montana, 57-56. Northeastern over James Madison, 77-57. Cleveland State over Milwaukee, 70-68. UIC over Detroit Mercy, 84-67. Green Bay over Youngstown State, 102-92. Belmont over Tennessee Tech, 65-62. Murray State over Eastern Kentucky, 72-64. Or 74-62. Western Kentucky over Louisiana Tech, 95-91 in overtime. UAB over Marshall, 88-80. Oral Roberts over Western Illinois, 113-70. SIU Edwards over Tennessee Martin, 90-75. Tennessee State over Jacksonville State, 65-55. Eastern Illinois over Southeast Missouri State, 72-70. Number 3, Gonzaga over San Diego, 94-59. California over number 21, Colorado, 76-62. Number 23, Ohio State over Nebraska, 75-54. Austin Peay over Morehead State, 67-58. Eastern Washington over Southern Utah, 69-51. Northern Colorado over Idaho, 93-49. Portland State over Idaho State, 89-76. North Dakota State over South Dakota State, 71-69 in overtime. New Mexico State over Grand Canyon, 67-53. Pacific over Loyola Marymount, 60-53. San Francisco over Portland, 81-65. St. Mary's over Santa Clara, 78-72. Cal State Bakersfield over Texas Rio Grande, 79-59. USC over Arizona, 57-48. Sacramento State over Montana State, 81-52. Number 14, Oregon over Oregon State, 69-54. UCLA over Arizona State, 75-72. UC Irvine over Cal Poly, 82-76. UC Santa Barbara over UC Riverside, 65-60. And Hawaii over Cal State Fullerton, 70-59. Friday, Ohio over Kent State, 76-69. Number 4, Dayton over Davidson, 82-67. Georgia Southern over Georgia State, 79-70. Wright State over Northern Kentucky, 64-62. Quinnipiac over Fairfield, 60-58. San over Marist, 52-50. Princeton over Brown, 71-49. Harvard over Columbia, 77-69. Dartmouth over Cornell, 82-70. Yale over Penn, 76-73. Rider over Monmouth, 79-67. Washington State over Washington, 78-74. And Texas State over UT Arlington, 87-85 in triple overtime. Saturday, Providence over number 12 Villanova, 58-54. Number 18 Iowa over number 16 Penn State, 77-68. Texas over number 22 Texas Tech, 68-58. LSU over A&M, 64-50. NC State over Pitt, 77-73. Colgate over Army, 91-65. Detroit over IUPUI, 90-88. Eastern Michigan over Central Michigan, 67-63. Bucknell over BU, 74-71. St. Francis Brooklyn over Central Con State, 85-79. Robert Morris over St. Francis, Pennsylvania, 78-68. Niagara over Iona 191 in overtime. St. Joe's over Fordham 73-69. Jacksonville over Stetson 53-52. NJIT over Kennesaw State 76-55. New Hampshire over Binghamton 89-70. Maine over UMBC 74-48. North Alabama over Florida Gulf Coast 78-73 in overtime. Winthrop over High Point 84-76. Ole Miss over Vandy 86-60. Number 1 Kansas over Kansas State 62-58. TCU over number 2 Baylor 75-72. Clemson over number 6 Florida State 70-69. UConn over East Carolina 84-63. Tennessee over Florida 63-58. Lipscomb over Liberty 77-71. LaSalle over St. Bonaventure 73-65. American over Holy Cross 90-47. Akron over Buffalo 86-73. Bryan over Wagner 80-59. St. Peter's over Canisius 69-68. Lafayette over Navy 62-60. Toledo over Ball State 69-63. Illinois State over Evansville 71-60. Indiana State over Valpo 71-58. Loyola Chicago over Bradley 67-66. Number 13 Seton Hall over Marquette 88-79. Eastern Illinois over SIU Edwardsville 70-52. Little Rock over Louisiana 91-69. Denver over Western Illinois 63-69. Miami of Ohio over Bowling Green 73-55. Sacred Heart over Long Island 76-67. Mississippi State over Missouri 67-63. Number 8 Kentucky over number 15 Auburn 73-66. Oklahoma over number 20 West Virginia 73-62. North Carolina over Syracuse 92-79. Wake over Notre Dame 84-73. Oklahoma State over Iowa State 73-61. BC over George Washington 75-51. William & Mary over Line 76-79 or 86-79. Hofstra over James Madison 91-81. Charleston over Drexel 75-66. Presbyterian over Charleston Southern 76-65. Gardner-Webb over Radford 70-62. Fairleigh Dickinson over Mount St. Mary's 83-77. NC Central over SC State 83-82 in double overtime. East Tennessee State over Western Carolina 68-67. Coppin State over Morgan State 72-65. Delaware State over Maryland Eastern 84-63. Santa Clara over Portland 73-68. Nichols over New Orleans 92-68. Missouri State over Southern Illinois 84-59. Colorado State over Air Force 87-74. Oakland over UIC 68-66. Coastal Carolina over App State 84-77. South Dakota over North Dakota 77-67. Abilene Christian over Central Arkansas 75-70. Chattanooga over UNC Greensboro 74-72. Furman over the Citadel 82-58. Mercer over Wofford 59-47. SC Upstate over Hampton 90-79. Campbell over UNC Asheville 78-69. Western Michigan over Northern Illinois 74-69. Tennessee Martin over SC Missouri State 87-78. Sanford over VMI 84-78. Southeast Louisiana over Northwestern State 95-92. Lehigh over Loyola Maryland 74-71. UNLV over San Jose State 92-69. North Dakota State over Omaha 87-67. Stephen F. Austin over Lamar 95-76. Vermont over UMass Lowell 94-77. Virginia over number 7 Duke 52-50. Number 17 BYU over Pepperdine 81-64. Cal over Utah 86-79 in overtime. Penn over Brown 73-68. Harvard over Cornell 67-58. Richmond over UMass 95-71. Tulsa over UCF 65-54. Montana State over Northern Arizona 63-57. Georgia over Arkansas 99-89. Northern Iowa over Drake 70-43. Prairie View over Alabama State 65-58. A&M Corpus Christi over Incarnate Word 78-70. Southern over Alcorn State 71-57. Grambling over Pine Bluff 60-46. Jackson State over Mississippi Valley State 87-70. Norfolk State over Howard 89-59. Butler over DePaul 60-42. Duquesne over George Mason 81-78. Yale over Princeton 66-53 or 63. Dartmouth over Columbia 76-57. Delaware over UNC Wilmington 82-65. Stony Brook over Albany 52-49. Eastern Kentucky over Morehead State 80-76. South Alabama over Troy 78-63. Fresno over Wyoming 63-55. Number 5 San Diego State over Nevada 83-76. Number 24 Michigan State over number 9 Maryland 78-66. McNeese over Houston Baptist 180. Oral Roberts over Purdue Fort Wayne 72-66. Jacksonville State over Tennessee Tech 75-71. Murray State over Austin Peay 75-61. UMKC over Chicago State 80-58. Texas Rio Grande over Grand Canyon 88-80. Youngstown State over Milwaukee 73-69. San Francisco over Loyola Marymount 69-67. USC over Arizona State 71-61. UC Davis over Long Beach State 77-76. Green Bay over Cleveland State 74-67. Memphis over Tulane 74-67 in overtime. Georgia Tech over Miami 63-57. Alabama over South Carolina 86. Southern over Alabama A&M 85-58. Belmont over Tennessee State 72-65. Eastern Washington over Northern Colorado 68-64. Southern Utah over Idaho 87-55. Portland State over Weber State 89-83. Number 3 Gonzaga over St. Mary's 86-76. UC Irvine over Santa Barbara 69-58. UCLA over Arizona 69-64. Northridge over Fullerton 99-92. New Mexico over Utah State 66-64. Pacific over San Diego 71-64. Cal Baptist over Seattle 88-87 in overtime. New Mexico State over Cal State Bakersfield 62-46. Montana over Sacramento State 79-71. And UC Riverside over Hawaii 49-43. Sunday, St. John's upsets number 10 Creighton 91-71. South Florida over Temple 64-58. Number 25 Houston over Cincinnati 68-55. Xavier over Georgetown 66-63. Illinois over Indiana 67-66. Rider over Fairfield 65-51. Monmouth over Manhattan 80-60. Quinnipiac over Marist 71-52. FIU over Charlotte 67-52. North Texas over Western Kentucky 78-72 in overtime. Old Dominion over FAU 85-80 in overtime. St. Louis over Rhode Island 72-62. UTSA over UAB 66-59. Rice over Middle Tennessee 77-66. Number 23 Ohio State over number 19 Michigan 77-63. UTEP over Southern Miss 75-56. Towson over Northeastern 75-72. Wichita State over SMU 66-62. Northwestern over Nebraska 81-76 in overtime. Number 11 Louisville over Virginia Tech 68-52. Stanford over number 21 Colorado 72-64. And Wisconsin over Minnesota 71-69. Tonight, 7 o'clock, ESPN, NC State at number 12, Duke. Duke is laying 12.5. I'm taking NC State plus the 12.5. I have this Duke by 9.5, so 3-point discrepancy here. So give me Duke minus 9 and NC State plus 12.5. My number says Duke 9.5, but whatever. NC State plus 12.5 is the pick. 7:30 Bethune-Cookman and NC Central, Norfolk State, Delaware State, Maryland Eastern, Howard, NCAT, SC State, Alabama A&M, Prairie View, Mississippi Valley State, Grambling. Those last two games I said are 8:30 games. Pine Bluff, Jackson State, ESPNU, Alabama State, Texas Southern. Texas Southern's favored by 8. I have Texas Southern favored by 10. So give me Texas Southern minus the 8. 9 o'clock, ESPN, Texas Tech at number 4, Baylor. Baylor's giving 7.5. I love Baylor here, minus 7.5. I have this 13. I know numbers are fading Baylor in terms of the market, and I think it's caught up to it. So that's why Baylor's been covering so much other than the Kansas game. So give me Baylor minus 7.5. Idaho State, Weber State is also a 9 o'clock game tonight. Now we'll do NBA, go over the Thursday through Sunday games, and then look ahead to tonight. So Thursday night, 76ers over Knicks, 115-106. Pacers over Blazers, 106-100. Thunder over Kings, 112-108. Lakers over Warriors, 116-86. Friday, Magic over the Wolves, 136-125. Hawks over the Nets, 141-118. Hornets over the Raptors, 99-96. Heat over the Mavs, 126-118. Kings over the Grizzlies, 104-101. Bucks over the Thunder, 133-86. Pelicans over the Cavs, 116-104. Pistons over the Suns, 113-111. Jazz over the Wizards, 129-119. And the Clippers over the Nuggets, 132-103. Saturday, Knicks over the Bulls, 125-115. Hawks over the Trailblazers, 129-117. Heat over the Nets, 116-103, or 113. Pacers over the Cavs, 113-104. Grizz over the Lakers, 105-88. Rockets over the Celtics, 111-110 in overtime. That was a fantastic game on ABC. Spurs over the Magic, 114-113. That was another good game. Warriors over the Suns, 115-99. Sunday, Bucks over the Hornets, 93-85. Mavs over the Wolves, 111-91. Clippers over the Sixers, 136-130. Nuggets over the Raptors, 133-118. Kings over the Pistons, 106-100. Lakers over the Pelicans, 122-114. And the Wizards over the Warriors, 124-110. Tonight, 7 o'clock, Rockets, Knicks. Jazz, Cavaliers. Trailblazers, Magic. 7:30, Grizzlies at the Hawks. NBA TV, 7:30, Bucks with the Heat. I'm going to pick it because it's a game on national TV. It's big in terms of Eastern Conference seeding, although the Bucks have the 1 seed wrapped up. It's big for Miami. They're getting 4.5 at home. I'd make this Miami +4. I'd make it 2 if Chris Middleton doesn't play. So give me the Miami Heat +4 at home against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks in that game. So I'm a half point off from the actual line. 8 o'clock Mavs at the Bulls. 8:30 the Pacers at the Spurs. NHL, going to go over the slates from Thursday to Sunday and look ahead to a not-so-busy slate tonight. Thursday, Blackhawks over the Lightning 5-2, Rangers over the Canadiens 5-2, Maple Leafs over the Panthers 5-3, Bruins over the Stars 4-3, Sens over the Canucks 5-2, Wild over the Wings 7-1, Blues over the Isles 3-2 in overtime, Preds over the Flames 4-3 in overtime, Jets over the Capitals 3-0, Sharks over the Devils 3-2 in overtime. Friday, Flyers over the Rangers 5-2, Wild over the Blue Jackets 5-0, Avs over the Hurricanes 3-2, Golden Knights over the Sabres 4-2, Ducks over the Pens 3-2. Saturday, Bruins over the Islanders 4-0, Lightning over the Flames 4-3, Kings over the Devils 2-1, Blackhawks over the Panthers 3-2 in a shootout, Maple Leafs over the Canucks 4-2, Canadiens over the Hurricanes 4-3 in overtime, Sens over the Red Wings 4-3 in a shootout, Avs over the Preds 3-2, Blues over the Stars 4-3 in a shootout, Coyotes over the Sabres 5-2, Oilers over the Jets 2-3, Sharks over the Pens 5-0. Sunday, Flyers over the Rangers 5-3, Flames over the Panthers 3-0, Blue Jackets over the Canucks 5-3, Caps over the Wild 4-3, Devils over the Ducks 3-0, and Kings over the Golden Knights 4-1. Tonight only 2 games. 7:30 you have the Avalanche at the Red Wings, and at 8 o'clock you have the Oilers at the Predators. Now I want to talk about the Auto Club 400 from yesterday. This race wasn't as entertaining and anticipating as the first two, as Alec Bowman in the 88 car was a absolute runaway winner in this race. Second place, Kyle Busch. Kurt Busch actually came in third. Chase Elliott fourth. Brad Keselowski fifth. Denny Hamlin sixth. Jimmy Johnson seventh. Eric Almirola eighth. Kevin Harvick ninth. And Eric Jones 10th. Ryan Blaney finished in 19th. He's somebody that I thought was going to win this race. He had a very good race up until the very end. His gas was slowly starting to run out as he was being passed by the Bushes and Chase Elliott and Keselowski. Then he had to go to pit road, and that cost him a top 5 finish in this race. Other notable finishes, Kyle Larson finished in 21st, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 20th, Clint Boyer 23rd, Austin Dillon 24th, Ty Dillon 26th, Bubba Wallace 27th, Joey Logano 12th, Matt DiBenedetto 13, Truex 14, William Byron 15, Chris Buescher 16, Cole Custer came in 18th. So, of the 3 races so far, I think that this was the my least favorite. Daytona 500 was a great race, but it was always overshadowed. It will be forever overshadowed by the Ryan Newman crash. And then the second week in Vegas was a fun race too that came down to the end pretty much as well. Now I want to talk about the Honda Classic from the weekend, which was a fun tournament to watch, as Sungjae Im won the Honda Classic, earning $1.3 million with a score of a -6. Mackenzie Hughes came in second with a -5, earning $763,000. Tommy Fleetwood came in third with a -4, earning $483,000. And fourth place was a tie between Byung Hun An and Brendan Steele, the -3, each earning $280,000. Lee Westwood, as I mentioned, or no, I didn't mention, He was in that tie for 4th. And so was Gary Woodland. Palmer was tied for 17th. Trying to find any other notable golfers in this tournament. Yeah, nobody really of note I see on this list other than the guys that did well. Lowry was tied for 21st. I don't think Brooks Koepka was in this tournament, was he? Unless he missed the cut, which would be really strange. The other Fowler missed the cut. But yeah, Brooks Koepka did miss the cut. That's a shocker to me. I guess he just had a bad week. So the next one isn't until next weekend. You got the Arnold Palmer Invitational, so that should be a good showing. And Tiger Woods obviously isn't going to be in this one. I don't think you'll see Tiger Woods until the Masters, personally. So the Arnold Palmer one should be another fun tournament to watch. Now we'll discuss quickly before Best Bet, or Best Bets, the Idol episode from last night. There's a lot of good singers yet again. I thought the best contestant so far is a young girl named Kimmy Gabriella, 17 years old, from Lakeland, Florida. She really hit it out of the park. All three of the judges were like, that's a no-brainer. There was a girl after her, Amelia, 19 years old, sang Yesterday from Annie. And there's a pianist playing it for her. She did very good, I thought. There's a girl, Emily, that had pink hair and played the guitar. She made it through. There's a girl, Jordan Jones, 26 years old, piano. She was pretty good, or her song was played via piano. There's a boy, Ryan Harmon, from Arkansas, that did not make it. And he was a country boy, and they told him he was best suited for Nashville. And speaking of Nashville, there's a girl, Lauren, 27 years old, that moved with her grandparents to Nashville to pursue nursing. She was very talented. There's a girl, Courtney, who was a security guard, who literally Ryan Seacrest picked up off the street because this girl didn't know that it wasn't an open call, and she was upset, and then Seacrest literally found her on the street and pulled her in the audition room, and somehow she got a golden ticket, but she deserved a golden ticket because she was very good. And then there's a girl, Lauren Spencer-Smith, 16 years old, from Vancouver, who was very mature for her age, was very talented. She made it through. And then there was a girl from, I believe, Louisiana, Gina, 27 years old, who was a big fan of Katy Perry, that made it through. There was a girl, Shannon, 20 years old, from Long Island, that made it through. There was a boy, Isaiah, who sang a rendition of Take On Me by Aha from New Orleans, that made it through. And then there's a girl at the end. Her name was Gianvio. I believe that's how you pronounce her name, 23 years old. And she lost her sister in a car crash. She's somebody that was very talented, and she got through. I think they're being more kinder than they've ever have on the show, and these judges, I think, are less strict than Randy Jackson, Paul Abdul, and Simon Cowell were back in the day. Although I've seen them be strict in ways, but not really as strict as the other former judges on the show. Before Best Bet, breaking NBA news. It was announced this morning that the Knicks have named Leon Rose as their president of basketball operations. I think this is an inspiring choice. We've seen the agent thing work out in the NBA with Bob Myers with Golden State and with Rob Pelinka in Los Angeles. Although it kind of looked shaky in the beginning for Pelinka, but he lucked out landing Anthony Davis and LeBron James. And New Orleans took that package from the Lakers, and it turned out that that trade is going to go down as one of the win-wins. So I think both David Griffin and Rob Pelinka did a great job with that trade. But yeah, inspiring choice. But then the naysayers, especially here in New York, are going to compare this to Brody Van Wagenen of the New York Mets. But that's different. That's baseball. It's worked in the NBA. Don't compare it to the other dysfunctional team in town that has a bad owner like the Knicks do. But in basketball, it's worked. It's worked out for Jeannie Buss, and it's worked out for the Warriors guys, because the Lakers could very well win a championship this year. The Warriors won 3 championships with Stephen Curry. So it's really has worked out for both of those teams so far. So that's why I think it's a inspiring choice rather than a not so inspiring choice for the New York Knicks, as they officially finally named Leon Rose as president of basketball operations. Now the most interesting thing is if he brings a Worldwide West with him. If he does, I think that that's big for the Knicks because he's very respected around the league and really could help them going forward. Leon Rose also sent a letter to the season ticket holders asking them for their patience, which I thought was interesting. That's reminiscent to the New York Rangers, who are in the same building as them with the same owner. I kind of consider them sister franchises. Their GM, Jeff Gorton, sent out that letter a few years ago, and then they went on and traded Ryan McDonough and Rick Nash, among notable players, and now they are kind of in the mix for the wild card spot in hockey. And that took them 2 years to rebuild, but they lucked out really because this offseason they signed Artemi Panarin and they traded for Jacob Trouba. Trouba's been underachieving with the Rangers, but that, and then they luck in the Capo Caco, number 2. I mean, the Knicks do need some luck in this as well. But what's unfortunate for the Knicks is that there's no Zion in this year's draft. R.J. Barrett is better than any player that's going to be drafted this year. So at least they got that going for them with R.J., who has really shown potential to be a future All-Star someday. So maybe he's the key to them turning around in the future a little bit here. And speaking of the New York Rangers, I wanted to quickly discuss Chris Kreider, who they signed to a big contract extension the day of the trading deadline. On Friday night, goes and breaks his foot in their defeat to the Flyers. Number 5 on the Flyers ran into him, and then he broke his foot while landing awkwardly. That's a huge loss for the Rangers. There's no coincidence they lost those 2 games after, or that game he got hurt and then the game after. No coincidence. I mean, yeah, they don't have Igor Shesterkin due to his rib injury, but he's ahead of schedule apparently. That's good news for the Rangers. They got Pavel Buchnevich back after he was in that accident as well. So I think that if they get Igor Shesterkin back in time and they're still in the mix, I think that they still have a chance to make the postseason. I didn't think that Shesterkin was going to be back in time, but that's a big bonus for them. He's better than Henrik Lundqvist, and he's better than Alex Georgiev. Lundqvist is just washed, and Georgiev is good, but I think Igor Shesterkin has higher upside and has better strengths than Georgiev. So just wanted to hit on that real quick. So it's just unfortunate and bad luck for the New York Rangers as they are made that push towards that last wild card spot in the Eastern Conference after being double digits out at the All-Star break. Now I want to do my best bets of the day, brought to you by DraftKings. Got off to a bad finish in February with best bets. I think I only won one best bet all of last week. So hopefully we start March off on a good note. In the NBA, I'm going to go with the Bulls getting 6.5 against the Mavs. And I didn't adjust the line, my line, to Doncic being out or possibly Seth Curry being out because they're both questionable right now. Kristaps Porzingis is injured, and Brunson's out for them as well. And those are two important players for them, obviously. Porzingis coming off that great game last night against the Timberwolves, carrying them after Doncic sat. So whether Doncic plays or not, I still like the Bulls because that Bulls getting 3.5 number that I came up with factors Doncic playing and not Porzingis or Brunson. So this line could end up moving depending on the status of Seth Curry and Luka Doncic. So better to get the Bulls at this number now. So give me the Bulls plus 6.5. And if Doncic doesn't play, I think the Bulls will win outright. And Curry. If neither of those guys play, the Bulls are winning that game outright. Sans Lauri Markkanen. And by the way, if Lauri Markkanen was playing, I'd make that Dallas Mavs by 2.5. College basketball, Baylor minus 7.5 against Texas Tech. Baylor continues to be undervalued. I think that Kansas loss really threw people off. They dominate those middle-tier Big 12 teams, especially at home. They dominated West Virginia. I think they'll dominate sort of against Texas Tech here. They've dominated in other home games against weaker Big 12 teams. I think they'll do it again here. So give me Baylor minus 7.5 at home against Texas Tech. That's it for the podcast today. I'll be back tonight with previews and predictions for the Atlantic Sun, Big South, Horizon, and Patriot League tournaments, which all begin tomorrow. And then OVC, MWC, and NEC tournaments begin on Wednesday. So I'll be doing those preview podcasts perhaps tonight, if not Tuesday night. And then Thursday starts MWC, WCC, SoCon's Friday, Summit Saturday, and then a lot of them start next week, like the bigger ones, like the Big 12, the SEC, etc. So I hope you guys have a great day, everybody, and I'll be back tomorrow.